31,000 verses. Men spoke, prophets spoke, even Satan spoke. But where are the women? Why don't we get their quotes, their perspective, their stories? I want to hear a quote from Mary Magdalene. I want to hear her perspective. I want to see her journey, not the thought of a man written about her. Think about it. The Bible is filled with voices, kings, prophets, disciples, even the devil. But where are the women's words? Imagine all the wisdom that was lost. Imagine the revelations, the experiences, the truths that were silenced. Because someone decided women's words didn't matter. Maybe some of their insights were included just under a man's name. And think about this. Mary, the mother of Jesus, the woman who literally carried Christ in her womb, doesn't even have her own book. You're telling me her story wasn't important enough? She should have had her own gospel, her own vision of what she lived through in her own words. But we didn't get that. We got silenced and men filling the gaps. Out of 31,000 verses, women barely speak. Several women are mentioned: Ruth, Esther, Sarah, Mary, Deborah, Hannah. But we almost never hear their voices. It's not because they didn't have something to say. It's because their words weren't preserved. The Bible was written, edited, and compiled entirely by men in a world that was patriarchal from top to bottom. And when you live in a society that doesn't see women as equal, their stories don't get recorded. Even when those women were prophets, leaders, and voices of power in their own time. Even in other major religions, the pattern is the same. The male perspective became the default, and the female perspective was erased. Why? So today, we read a version of history that's been filtered, where women exist but their voices don't. And you really think that's just an accident? So when people tell me to trust the Bible, I pause. Because I can't fully trust a book that silenced half of humanity. Of course, the Bible has wisdom, truth, and power, but something's not right when voices of women, prophets, mothers, teachers were erased, ignored, or rewritten. There's a whole side of the story missing, and maybe that missing side would have changed everything. As always, follow for more. Shocked